All right, this is the hard truth with DynamiteTiger. Hey guys, this is I'm gonna just start this commentary thing going. It's funny that I've got so many ideas that keep going through my head that I constantly get sidetracked. I've got an artistic mind, and it gets the better of me sometimes. Um, so, I wanted to do. I've been wanting to do uh, commentaries for quite some time. Um, for those of you who know me, I'm actually am quite opinionated, but I keep a lot of it to myself, and I don't know if it's because of my upbringing or what have you, but I you'll notice that I do a lot of stuttering as I talk, and this is something I'm working on. But primarily, the reason for that is because I'm constantly filtering what I say, just to remain diplomatic, or not to offend anybody, different things like that, or to be. I'm always. I do worry about what other people think of me, and of course, everybody does. Maybe less so than others, but I like to make fun of myself. I like to make a fool of myself. I don't mind that. I like to, have fun and stuff. So, to a certain point, a lot of stuff doesn't bother me. But I wanted to start this series in just so that I have an outlet, to speak my mind. And again, I most of the time I'm constantly watching what I say, and so here I just kind of want to be able to let loose a little bit and speak my mind, and you'll notice that we're listening to some awesome music. um, I'm not going to monetize these videos. I don't plan on that. Um, first person to say, oh well, you're gonna, hey, if you get any bigger, hey, I know I don't have to worry about it now. I'm just tiny. I'm not gonna do anything as far as funds are concerned. But I do plan to grow the channel. I do plan to. I have always, wanted to share of myself, and so this will be the opportunity for me to do so. And I'm gonna keep it simple for now because again. I couldn't even leave just a blank canvas to work with. I had to put on some sparkle things going on there. But it's just, again, it's just I constantly, I don't know. It's not necessarily a perfectionist, but it's just an artistic thing. I think there's got to be something more, so you can make it look better, look, awesome. And anyways, I keep rambling on. So with the commentary, I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. I am up to date with what's happening in gaming, and I will try and relay my thoughts on what's happening, and whether you guys agree with me or not, I'd love to hear about it. But I'm not going to be afraid to speak my mind, and maybe even rant sometimes. And speaking of which, if I can get, and this is hey, this is a big goal for me now, and this may look small in the future, but if I can get 100 likes on this video, I will release a video that I recorded of myself in December of 2012, ranting about broken video games while driving in winter with my sunglasses on at night. It's some epic video that I had intended to put on on YouTube, but thought against it for some reason. I think because at the time I knew that I wouldn't be able to continue with regular content on YouTube. So I thought, just this one-time shot is probably not worth it, and I was gonna edit it and do all this kind of stuff with it, and I ended up just leaving it alone. But I will release that if I can get 100 likes on this. So now you're going to be listening to some music with me, and this is right off of my Slacker Radio favorites lists. And I'm going to do my best not to. I'm going to be listening to the music with you guys right out of my favorites list. It's just a random shuffle. I do have an eclectic music taste. I like everything from soul, funk to, some rap, some even heavy metal, folk, alternative rock. You know, I like good music, and I definitely have I think a good ear for good music. And so I'll leave in the description a link, the name and a link of the songs that play in the background, and I will save you I will save you from listening to such songs as Bryan Adams' Everything I Do. I skipped that one, but yeah, so we'll have some good tunes to listen to as we discuss. And the funny thing is, like I said, I do watch a lot of YouTube videos. As for a living, I sell and install window blinds, and so it's I do a lot of driving. Sometimes I can drive 2 to 3 hours just to get to another town, and so I got a lot of time on the road. So I usually spend that time catching up on what's happening through YouTube. I can plug my phone in right into my auxiliary jack on my stereo, and I can listen to the videos and stuff. And I really have found that I've come to enjoy that, and I enjoy listening to other people's opinions about things, and just having something to listen to while I'm driving. And I'm sure that the rest of you feel the same, that you like to have something to listen to. So in these videos, I'm not even gonna concentrate at all on the video content, and then that way you don't even have to worry that you're gonna miss any kind of video footage that I have to put out. And this is just gonna be me talking, and again, I'm not going to monetize, so I don't have to worry about anything as far as content is concerned, and we'll just talk about these things. And speaking of that, it's funny that if you've been keeping up, YouTube has changed a lot of their copyright how would I say, filtering, and it's there's so many YouTubers out there that are like ranting and raving about these things. And what it really comes down to is you're gonna have to just do more work as putting into your productions in order to find whether or not you can use that content. And it's no different than TV. They have people who actually, that's their job, is to ensure that everything stays within copyright limits. And even for movies and stuff, if there's some little brand name that's shown in a movie, the brand will they'll want some portion of the proceeds of that movie. And that's just the way the world works. And it's YouTube is becoming like the next kind of television. I mean, yes, they are huge, and some people are saying, oh, they think that they can't be touched. Well, you know what, in some cases there are situations like this, but over time the community does have an impact on the decisions that they will make. And what they are really doing is looking out for people's best interest, and I have no problem with that. And it's YouTube is I'm starting to see a lot more that YouTube and places like Twitch and stuff are becoming sort of like talk radio for gamers, and it's a great avenue for people to share of themselves. And it's an easy medium to work with, and so it's a lot of fun, and anybody can really do it. It doesn't really take much. And going back to, I'm not even going to worry about, building the channel necessarily as for monetization at all. It's for those of you who know me, I've put in a lot of who I am into Veritas Gaming, and I've not received anything in return for that. That's I give it myself as best I can, and it's one thing that I wish there were more people like me out there who would be, are more willing to, give up themselves. And it's, that's something, I might even talk about in some future episode, and rant about how frick's sakes, again, I do so much driving, and the amount of people that I see, you know, completely inconsiderate on the road, or you know, they're in their own little world, and nobody else is on the road. It's their road, and you, no matter what, you are at fault. You know, it drives me nuts sometimes, and well, you know, I can rant about that some other time. It's, you know, what I intend to do on this is just to basically talk about maybe current events, things that are bugging people, you know, and then like have some fun with this. And you know what, I can talk, you know, yeah, I was thinking to share of myself a little bit. If you guys want to hear you know, some odd thing about me, I would actually encourage like some interesting different questions, something like, hey, what do you think, or what do you if you have any food beside your bed, if you have any food beside your bed, any kind of snacks, what is it? The answer to that question, if you were asking me, would be roasted almonds and beef jerky. So yeah, if, you know, I will try and stay, you know, in contact with as many people as I can, and I always get, you know, notifications for YouTube comments and stuff, so I will stay in touch with you guys. And you know, I'd like to just, you know, take this opportunity to be able to share my opinions and thoughts with what's happening and in gaming and all that. So yeah, I appreciate you guys checking it out, and we'll talk to you soon. This is DynamiteTiger. Check it out.
Faith is the substance